Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Today, our first official live stream for Super Bowl 60 on the Patreon. Of course, I've given you guys a lot of free gems on these public streams. But yes, today is $5 Friday. If all you can afford is $5 a month, $5 Friday gets you the Friday content every Friday. So if you've ever signed up for Patreon, you get a whole month subscription. If you click the box to stay tuned, you get it every month. Again, I have 3 sports tiers. The $5 tier is $5 Friday. Used to get everything on the $5 tier, but those days have passed. The $11 tier, it gets you streams Monday through Friday. It gets you the notes for all sports 7 days a week. Pretty good value. The $20 tier gets you everything plus weekend streams, plus bonus streams when we do them for extra events like the UFC or a big fight or whatever special sports match is going on in the world. And really, the $20 tier is where you should be at if you're new, because you're going to want to get all the live streams. It is the best value for the tier price. And again, those streams are super valuable because you get my commentary, plus you get the brilliant minds in my community. And sometimes you get some calls that we just want to hang up on, but we're nice, so we let them finish their sentences. Anyway, Matthew Stafford, the 4th Rams quarterback to win the MVP. You know who was the last Rams MVP at QB? Who won the Super Bowl the last time the Rams had an MVP QB? You should look it up. So I did give you guys this 21 thing. I just want to add a little bit more to it. I was thinking about it more, and I was like, Mike Vrabel won his last Super Bowl in Super Bowl 39 21 years ago. The Super Bowl's on the 39th day of the year. Remember, we showed you that in the wild card round, how they paid tribute to Super Bowl 39. That was the one in Jacksonville where the Patriots beat the Eagles. Brady was 27 then. This Super Bowl's 27 weeks after Brady's birthday. But remember the wild card. All the games on the one day was Jacksonville getting eliminated, the Eagles getting eliminated, and then the Patriots winning. Nice little Super Bowl 39 shout out. When the Patriots beat the Seahawks in Super Bowl 49 at the goal line, that was the Seahawks' 39th season, and they won in Arizona, which equals 39. There's a big story in Arizona right now. It's the hoax of the NBC Today anchor. And by the way, NBC's hosting the Super Bowl. The missing mother in Arizona, where the speculation is that her brother has kidnapped the mom and he wants Bitcoin. Remember, she did her plea for the nation 39 days after her birthday. Arizona equals 39, where Super Bowl 49 was. And don't forget this year's college basketball championships, and she's an Arizona Wildcat Guthrie. It's on the 39th parallel north in Indianapolis, where Duke's had some big history over Arizona. And don't forget, just the other day on Kobe's death anniversary, there were only 2 ranked games, and Arizona picked up their 2001st win as a program, and Duke got a very symbolic 20-1 record. Again, Duke's only lost 1 game this year, and if you're on my Patreon, you hit that big upset with Texas Tech. We were all over it. Straight Saturnalia. But look at this. All these 21s. So just to recap yesterday, in case you missed it, 21 is so huge with this Super Bowl. The Seahawks will be playing in their 20th game in the Super Bowl, but the Patriots will be playing in their 21st. The 2 seed versus the 1 seed. The last time these teams met in the Super Bowl, it came down to Russell Wilson's 21st pass getting picked by number 21 to give Brady his 21st postseason win all time on the down 2nd and 1 on the date 2-1. And again, just to go through the rest of the 21 list. Again, 21 years since Vrabel did it. He was a member of Brady in the Patriots back then. But yeah, here's the box score for that Super Bowl, you guys. Super Bowl 49. Russell Wilson, 12 for 21, giving it up to number 12, Tom Brady. You got to love that Brady had 37 completions on 50 attempts, because now here we are in San Francisco, the 50 city, where they just sacrificed Greg Olson's brother, Chris Olson, which equals 50, when Greg Olson retired with the Seahawks and played in the last Super Bowl in San Francisco as a member of the Panthers. But yeah, again, that play, the interception, the 21st pass intercepted by number 21. There were 26 seconds on the clock when the play began. Like here we are in 2026. Again, Brady became 21-8 in the playoffs in that game. This Super Bowl all synced up with the Pope like it is every year. 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday, which is 147 days, like Malcolm Butler equals 147. And not to be outdone, it's exactly 49 weeks after Malcolm Butler's birthday, the hero of Super Bowl 49. Drake May comes into the game 20-12. It'll be his 33rd start. That's as a starter. Don't forget, he became 9-11 on the anniversary of the Patriot Act. And today we got the Benghazi bust. If you missed my video on the Benghazi bust, what a joke. Should I just show you guys real quick? Again, all roads lead to Rome. It's all Jesuits. You guys got to stop listening to anybody telling you it's small hats. That should be your new rule of thumb. If you hear anybody blame world affairs on small hats, time to unsubscribe, disconnect, and stop listening. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't, okay? They just are fucking clueless. Just like most NFL fans who think these games aren't fixed. But look at this, you guys. On the 87th day of the Superior General's age, they've arrested Zubair al-Bakush. You see how it overlaps with Superior General? You see the triple overlap? Patriots 17-3 in the big game. Remember Benghazi happened 11 years to the day, September 11th, 2012. It was blamed on that Jesuit product, Hillary Clinton. Anyway, Seahawks also have the 87 connection. Remember, Seattle's responsible for a lot of things that had to do with 9/11. Magnus and Klemenkic Associates helped build the World Trade Centers. They also built Levi's Stadium, where the Super Bowl is. Boeing's out of Seattle. A Japanese-American from Seattle designed the World Trade Centers. Anyway, let's get back to here. It's going to be Drake May's 33rd start, which is the 21st composite number. He comes in 20-12. It almost looks like Russell Wilson's box score from Super Bowl 49. Crazy. And again, number 21 for the Patriots, who went to Cal, like Marshawn Lynch, right next to where the Super Bowl is, who also played for the Falcons and was born on the 25th when Falcons equals 25. And Brady came back from 25 on 2-5 to beat the Falcons in a game the Pope blessed when Pope equals 25. Anyway, Jalen Hawkins. They might as well call him Jalen Seahawks. Number 21. And then how about number 21 for the Seahawks? Witherspoon, playing on the 60th day of his age in Super Bowl 60. By the way, his name equals 87 like Seahawks. Again, Vrabel comes in with 73 wins under his belt, the 21st prime. It's the 73rd governor of Massachusetts' birthday. I know a lot of people that don't understand my work also don't know that Massachusetts is a state, or that's where Boston is, which is where the Patriots play. But it is. It's a real thing. You can look it up. 73rd governor, 21st prime. Dick Geron, dead in Massachusetts, a year to the day of the Super Bowl. Drafted in 73, dead at 74. Vrabel coming in on 73 wins. 21, the 8th Fibonacci number, the game on the 8th. It's also the 6th triangular number, and that's the Seahawks prayer. They really want to send those Patriots to 6-6 in the big game rather than 7-5 in the land of the Niners, who won the 75th NFL season with 49 points with a young Brady watching. 75 points in the 75th season. It kind of goes with the Warriors winning the 75th anniversary season. If you remember that one, all synced with the Pope. Golden State equals 175 like Pope Francis's Boston fell to 17-5 in finals when Boston also equals 22, and that was their 22nd championship in 2022. And that's another prayer for the Seahawks. They could get to 2-2 in the big game versus the Boston team when they won their last Super Bowl on 2-2. They won that one in New Jersey. Greg Olsen from New Jersey. Brother's dead, RIP at 42, like Greg Olsen equals 42. Like Washington's the 42nd state, like Brady became 4-2 in Super Bowls when he beat the Seahawks in 49, where Malcolm Butler was the hero who just celebrated his birthday 49 weeks earlier. He's 35 right now, like football, Super Bowl, and Tom Brady all equal 35. And then, Mike McDonald is 227 days after his birthday. He's from Boston, 49th prime. Again, this is the Shawn Michaels Super Bowl. Shawn versus Mike in the AFC Conference Championship and NFC Conference Championship. Shawn Michaels, 60 years old, won the WrestleMania in a 60-minute bout. 227 birthday, like it's 227 days from Shawn McDonald's birthday. Don't forget Denver, Colorado equals 227, where the Patriots advanced from to the Super Bowl. Denver, Colorado, the other way is 151, like they kept home teams on 151 wins for the entire year in the perfect all-scripted league. You guys remember when Brady retired at 45? The spread's 4.5. The over-under's 45.5. It's the first all-Mike Super Bowl since Super Bowl 45. Tomlin versus McCarthy. McCarthy from Pittsburgh beat Pittsburgh back then with the Packers, where Rodgers now plays on Pittsburgh, and McCarthy's now going to play or coach for Pittsburgh in his hometown. They had to make that announcement right before the conference championships. Little clue about the Michaels. about to meet in the Super Bowl in the Shawn Michaels tribute. Oh, man, it's amazing how they do it. And yeah, poor Greg Olson's brother, just another sacrifice for another rigged championship. And do they do this to create real blood magic? I mean, they probably do. It's totally satanic, like his name matches San Francisco and satanic when the Church of Satan was established in San Francisco the year of the first Super Bowl season. Don't forget, Elway sacrificed his agent on the Church of Satan's birthday this past spring, supposedly a golf cart accident. Like there was nothing suspicious about that. And then Stafford, the first Rams QB to win the MVP since 2001. Remind me what happened in 2001. A certain terrorist attack happened, then a Patriot Act, and then a certain team just started winning Super Bowls. Yesterday could be written 5-2, like Los Angeles Rams 52. MVP and Rams, so much overlap there. And, yeah, fourth QB to win it for the... By the way, man, Roman Gabriel was the first Rams quarterback to win the MVP, and he died the day before Rome's birthday at 83 when Los Angeles Rams equals 83, like football. Are you kidding me? Don't forget the first forward pass in history was thrown by the Jesuit University, St. Louis U. By the way, Gabriel won it 56 years ago. Stafford won Super Bowl 56 in LA on 2-1-3 for the 2-1-3. R.I.P. Nate Dogg. Yeah, also Marshall Faulk did win it, but he wasn't a quarterback. That was back in the time of the greatest show on turf. The Rams won the MVP award 99, 2000, and 2001. Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce. Who else was on that team? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. By the way, again, you guys, Tom Brady, the only time he played in Seattle, one time, 2012 on 10-14 as we get the battle at 10 and 14. And you go back and look at this game. It was on the 73rd day of Brady's age, the 21st prime. It was 120 weeks before they met up in the Super Bowl when a football field's 120 yards long and it looks a lot like 12. It was on Charlie Kirk's 19th birthday in light of Trump calling Charlie Kirk a patriot and the Seahawks having the epic comeback to start week 16 the same day that Trump declared the Patriot games. Yeah, Charlie Kirk turned 19 the day that Brady played in Seattle, like Seattle equals 19. Like, again, they advanced to the Super Bowl, becoming 19 and 19 in the postseason, 19 weeks after the Pope's birthday when Seattle equals 19. 19 muffs the punt for the Rams. Jake Bobo, 35-1 odds for the touchdown second later, number 19. What a script. How many times can I teach you the same things? But 10-14, break out the Sumerian gematria. Sam Darnold, 10-14. Seattle Seahawks, 10-14. Russell Wilson on the anniversary of winning Super Bowl 48 12 years ago. That's the prayer for the Seahawks. Can they get the 12th win versus the Patriots in the Seahawks or in the Patriots' 12th Super Bowl appearance to get their vengeance versus Russell Wilson, who lost to number 12 with only 12 completions? But not today, Satan, said Russell Wilson. One of the biggest frauds in the history of sports. And I say that because he acts like he's such a good guy. You know, this guy is nothing but scum, just like all these frauds that sell out the fans and the kids. Not today, Satan, please. But not today, Satan, 10-14. Just like how you saw, you know, they always got to get biblical with it. They always got to get biblical with it. Again, this Super Bowl was essentially set the day that Trump declared the Patriot games. That was 52 days before the Super Bowl. Like there was 52 points the last time these teams met. Like president equals 52, like Pope, like White House, like government, like authority, like the 52-week calendar for this annual rigged event. But again, Proverbs 16:9. Drake May came out and said, that's my favorite verse. There's a 19-second clip on the internet of him saying this. Proverbs 16:9. If you don't use Sumerian, which is just not multiplying by 6, Sam Darnold's 169. So is Seattle Seahawks. So is the same thing that Russell Wilson just said, the Satan phrase, if you don't multiply times 6, it's also 169. But this is what they do. This is what they do. And again, the Catholic Church, they got to control your mind from all angles. They got to keep you invested in the religion. They got to keep you invested in the rigged sports, the government. These are all the things they use to control your ass. All these horrible things. Religion, absolutely horrible. Government, absolutely horrible. The biggest killer in the world, the biggest liar in the history of the world, the biggest crook thief in the history of the world as we all slave away and pay our money to Big Brother so they can siphon it off to their billionaire friends in their next military-industrial complex conquest as they fly the jets over the game and blow up another bomb underground for a ritualistic earthquake like they just did next to the stadium. Yeah, if you guys missed that, the earthquake at the 421st minute of the day on Monday. That was the anniversary of the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl. 421st minute. That's the 82nd prime. Seattle equals 82. New England Patriots 82. Again, they just murdered Kevin Johnson, drafted by the Patriots 82 days after his birthday, found murdered in L.A. right before the conference championships. Super Bowl date can be written 8-2. Yeah, this is what they do. Rigged, sick, ritualistic, murderous. But the silver lining is, by seeing through it and not being one of the dummies, you can take advantage of the script. And if you want to learn more about taking advantage of the script, we're going to put more thoughts into this. Again, you guys, just like your news is scripted, so are your sports. It's how they do it every day. But we're going to be talking about a lot more. If you can only afford the $5 tier, we'll be talking about it today. We'll be going way deeper tomorrow on Saturday and a little more Sunday. And if you are on the $5 tier, you get $5 Friday. You'll also get my live call of the Super Bowl, which can be quite helpful for all you in-game bettors, because sometimes they're just putting up whoppers of clues right before your eyes as the game kicks off in-game. Those halftime scores can be a thing of beauty. They had to put it in big, bold red print that Drake May only had 41 passing yards at the half. In the Gematria community, you couldn't have a better line at the half because Super Bowl equals 41. Just like how the Seahawks blew out the Niners with 41 points who were hosting. Just like how it's the same numbers year after year. Just like how one of our greatest calls of all time was early in the baseball season, why Boston would beat LA 4-1 in the World Series, synced up with Brady's 41st birthday, and why Brady would beat LA, the 41 town, in Super Bowl 53 that same year. Again, parlayed both those things together, the exact championships, the exact end gate of the World Series. A gentleman turned a few thousand into $350,000. That's the beauty of this knowledge. He was a dentist, so, for him, wagering a few thousand wasn't a big deal. But, for smaller better, it's like turning 10 into a few $1,000s. So, again, just the beauty of the knowledge. We don't teach people to bet the house. We teach you how to buy the house by being smart, steady, consistent, and taking advantage of the daily rig. Just like yesterday, we thought the Wizards had a real good chance to beat the Pistons yesterday, and bada bing, bada boom, cash money. We loved the Penguins yesterday, had a great narrative to beat Buffalo. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, anyway, yeah, I will start today's stream at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. I got to go to the gym. Again, you guys, I've sat in this chair. You guys take care of yourselves. I've always done well with eating well, but I stayed out of the gym for over a decade. I totally regret it. Getting older, getting uglier, got to preserve. So got to get a little fitness here. It's the best that I can do, especially since I don't get enough sleep these days with the little one. So we're going to go get a nice session in the gym. We'll be back 11:30 a.m. Pacific. That's 2:30 Eastern. You can watch it live. You can watch it anytime after. Again, $5 tier gets you today and the live Super Bowl stream of the game. Me doing my best John Madden impersonation. By the way, Chris Collinsworth calling the game, you guys. For all you Seahawks fans, hoping you get it done because the media is really saying you guys have already won the game. Remember, Darnold, probably his best narrative is to become 1-4 versus the Pats, number 14. Chris Collinsworth, if you guys want to do some homework, look up when he was a rookie in the NFL. Gave this really creepy interview. And I think that's part of the reason they keep him on TV calling games, because he's such a creep. Go listen to what he said as a rookie in the NFL. He talked about how well he was doing picking up 14-year-old girls. Really weird thing to say. It's like, okay, you're in the NFL as a guy in your early 20s, and you're talking about publicly how well you're doing at picking up 14-year-old girls. I think it was a sick inside joke because NFL equals 14. But, yeah, just remember that when Chris Collinsworth is calling the game. And notice NFL is also 49, like Super Bowl, like the 49ers, who used to be the greatest team in the history of Super Bowls. 5-0 they once were in San Francisco 50 land. Ronnie Lott had to cut off fingers back in those days. I saw they punked Roger Craig for the Hall of Fame too. Are you kidding me? Drew Brees is in. Drew Brees would never play in the NFL, just like Tom Brady if it was real. Neither guy would ever even exist in the league if it was real. Now, Roger Craig probably would have existed. You talk about a tough guy. Get out of the way. He's going to knock you out with his knees. Anyway, who else did they put in there today? Oh, Larry Legend. There's a Cardinal. Something about Arizona. Drew Brees, Purdue. There might be. You got to think about everything they're doing. Everything they do is ritualistic. Everything. All right. Anyway, yeah, if you want to join us, Patreon link is in the description, or just search on Google, Zachary K. Hubbard, Patreon. Stream starts in about an hour and a half. I'll see you then. Until next. Oh, and by the way, we cover all the other sports too. It's not just football and Super Bowl. Again, Super Bowl is one game, you guys. There's great opportunities across all these sports leagues every single day. Like, to me, St. John's, UConn looking pretty good tonight. So anyway, come join us, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. I'll see you there, or you can watch it anytime after 2. And hopefully I see you on this weekend. Hopefully you sign up for a higher tier and you're with us all weekend. Till next time, you guys. Take care.